welcome to Jamaica. How you feel about Jamaica?
I feel really good about it. I mean, I'm excited. It's my first time here, so when it lined up for me to be able to come here and it fit in my training and in my schedule, I was excited about it because I've heard so many great things about the country, but I never really got a chance to come down here and run or even come down here on vacation or anything. So I was very interested and excited to come down here, experience the culture, and also run fast too. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, the Jamaicans are very excited that you're here. It's been a while we wanted to see you. 2019 world champion,
Yep.
before the 2017 in that iconic race with Usain Bolt and Justin Gatlin.
Yep.
And a lot of persons don't know, in fact, you're the only person to have raced Bolt twice and never lost to him. How do
Yeah.
you feel to have that distinction?
I mean, it's amazing. I look at it as a blessing because I mean, 2017 was my first like major senior team like championship in the individual event, and it was super hyped up because it was marketed as like Bolt's last race, and so coming into it, I didn't really know like what to expect, but I mean, I was just feeling just kind of blessed to just be on the same line with him. Obviously, growing up watching track and field and um, seeing him win all his Olympic and World Championship medals, I was just blessed for the opportunity, and then like to able to come out on top of him, man. It's really a humbling experience and feeling, and I feel like it gave me a lot of confidence going forward in the future, knowing that I can compete at this level. So that's an experience I'll never forget.
Yeah, you beat him in the semifinals and also the final.
Yeah.
And he actually picked you to be his heir apparent, his successor. How did you feel about that sort of endorsement coming from the great man?
Man, I mean, whenever you have somebody as great as him, arguably one of the best track and field athletes ever, no matter what event, um, to have him speak highly of myself, it's a humbling feeling. It's a humbling, words of encouragement. I mean, it gives you just a lot of confidence going forward that somebody like that, believes in, my ability and talent. And yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of hitting my peak and my stride, and I'm excited about
Yeah.
what I can do in the future in this sport.
Okay, coming into this season, last season wasn't a great one for you, but coming into this season, how are you feeling and what are your expectations?
Um, I mean, I don't know. I feel like last year, obviously, I feel like my expectations for myself obviously are, sky high. I feel like I kind of set that precedent, like, from the beginning of my career. And I mean, I guess last year was just a little bit of a dip, but I was still able to compete at a high level. So I took a lot of positives from it. And I knew if I just, shift my mind a little bit, just change little things. And like one thing that you just can't buy is time and experience. Like, getting your feet wet in certain races, like certain environments, and like actually going through the process. I knew that this year coming into it would be a lot better, and I feel like next year will be a lot better too. But I still just feel as if like this year, I've made a lot of strides and improvements, and I'm excited about it.
And looking forward to this year because it's now the marquee event. You have the Fred Curleys, you have your American
Yeah.
teammates. What can we expect from you?
Uh, you can expect for me to compete. Like that's what it is. I feel like I'm a competitor. I'm a winner, and I try to do the best I can to put myself in the best possible situation to be able to win. And I feel like that's the motivating part about it because all of my competitors are so great and they're trying to, accomplish the same things as I am. And so I feel like that's what makes the sport as pure and great as it is. That it's mano a mano. If you line up on that line, it's especially in world class races, it's anybody's race who can put together the best race on that day. And yeah, I like my chances. I like my odds.
I know you perhaps don't want to give much away in terms of tell us what sort of time do you want to run. At the World Championships. But I'm just asking, do you feel like you're in 98 shape like right now? Or
Yeah.
getting there?
I mean, I guess I honestly don't like to think about times at all. I try to just go into each race and like improve on the last race that I've had, um, and try to just win. Like that's the whole goal, and I feel like that's the name of the game. And I feel like when you continuously do that, the time comes with it, especially when you get in those highly competitive matchups and those championship races, that championship environment. I feel like that brings the best out of me, and so that's what I'm excited about. Not necessarily like the times, but competing against the best and seeing what I can do.
Finally, health wise, how are you?
I,
Any
f- I, f-
niggles, anything?
I feel good. I feel like, I mean, last year, I feel like coming back into it, I knew that like it would be a little bit of a grind. So it was just like I would be training good for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then I would feel a little something, maybe my Achilles, my calf, like my knee, hamstring, just things like that. But it's just like I don't know, like sprinting is like a art form, and like all your like everything just has to be in tune and in line. And I think like I like to use the metaphor of like a car. It's like you don't ever want to have like your check engine light on at all because you can't really like be as ballistic as you want to. Like you don't feel as good as you want to physically or mentally. And I feel like this year, like I can say like my check engine light hasn't been on. Like I've felt really good. Like everything's clicking on all cylinders. I feel like I've kind of rounded into shape and form and got a good process going. So God willing, I'm able to keep that going. And I think like if I'm able to keep my momentum going and be healthy when I get on that line at the trials and at the World Championships, I think I have a pretty good shot of coming out on top.
So the Jamaicans can expect a show from you tomorrow.
Absolutely, I'm gonna give it my best. I'm gonna give it my all, and hopefully try to come out with a win. I'm excited about it.
Well, thank you, Christian, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you,
Nice
sir.
talking to you, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.